Boise State Esports Arena tonight. You join us for Overwatch and Rocket League. We got our Rocket League match first in the Mountain West, where Boise State is ready to take on San Diego State University. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer. I am joined by Bryce Jensen to call all of the action for you here tonight. Now, Bryce, this would be a match I would say a lot of Boise State fans expect us to walk away with, but things are a little bit up in the air tonight since a little bit of an upset win happened just yesterday that you bore witness to. Why don't you catch us up on that?
Yeah, yesterday Boise went up against Michigan State in Rocket League, and it was definitely an upset that a lot of people didn't really see coming. It seemed like Boise really struggled against really defensive teams like we saw out of Michigan, just playing that stonewall defense just for the entirety of the game. And it really seemed like Boise really struggled to punch a hole in that defense per se. And I'd like to see him play a little bit more aggressive into that defense, trying to punch those holes, trying to force mistakes, because we saw a lot of mistakes out of Boise, but not a ton out of Michigan.
Well, we can give all the advice that we want, but of course there is one person who gives the advice of every single broadcast, and that is our own Doc Haskell, ready to bring us Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League, and that's going to be to create mistakes, punish overcommits, play off walls better, and demo to disrupt, brought to you by Boise State Esports. Boise State, I think they definitely have the tools to get a win today. Today would certainly put a spring back in their step, get them back on track. Sometimes those wins can, those upset wins can catch you off guard, but I think after a good night's rest and just, coming here all ready to play and prove themselves again, this is a team I know they have faced before and won many times before, so our main lineup should be able to do it. Speed of main lineup, I do believe we have that available to show all of the players for Rocket League who are playing. We've got Emiliano Flores, Cade Hall, Gabe Reynolds, and Preston, as well as Peyton Wilkin, Rocket League content creator on YouTube, as their coach.
Honestly, I'm really looking forward to this game because, like you said earlier, those upsets can sort of throw you off, especially when you're not expecting them, like we sort of saw into Michigan. But at the same time, it also gives you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about what maybe your strengths and your weaknesses are. A lot of the games we've seen out of Boise this year have been kind of one-sided in their matchups. We've seen a lot of 3-0s. We haven't really seen a lot of times Boise's lost even one round. So seeing them struggle into a match is definitely something that we haven't seen a lot of out of them, but at the same time, it's definitely something that's good for them to sort of reflect on maybe what their weaknesses may be and how to address them.
Well, for those of you who are wondering how tonight is going to go, it is pretty jam-packed in terms of the games that we're playing. We're going to be starting out with this Mountain West Rocket League match. Then we got to move on to Overwatch happening just 1 hour from now, and then we'll wrap it all up with Super Smash Bros. So just basically almost all, sans Valorant, almost all the games in Boise State's roster are being showcased tonight, which is always fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun time to see everybody come out and play their best tonight, and it should be fun for me as well. A bunch of games to cast back-to-back should be a great time.
Should be, and hopefully Boise State can get that trifecta. To win in every single game would definitely be something that doesn't happen actually too often, because usually when it comes into individual weeks, there's usually one or two games, one or two matches that kind of upset the whole thing.
Yeah, but it should be fun to see no less going into Game 1 of Boise versus San Diego State. And honestly, like I said earlier, I am really excited for this matchup, and I guess only time will tell which team can pull out on top.
All right, off we go down to the field. Remember, these are best of 5, so time to adjust to your opponent's strategy if something catches you off guard in Game 1, but not too much room for error, not as much as is afforded to you in a best of 7. So the Broncos get off to a strong start tonight, then I certainly think that will be the first step towards a 3-0, which any Bronco fan loves to see.
Yeah, those are always fun to see, but honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing if they can get if there's going to be a little bit of pushback out of San Diego State. We love to see those 3-0s. We love to see Boise State win, but seeing those aggressive games, those back and forth games are, in my opinion, the most interesting to broadcast. And of course, we always hope Boise comes out on top in the end.
Yep. And in case you're wondering who Boise State is going to be playing in Overwatch, that will be our PEC match against Michigan State. That's all of our matches for PEC this week, so you can definitely think that maybe a little bit of revenge might be in store.
Oh yeah, get it back in blood from the Overwatch team and instead of the Rocket League team. I apologize, but yeah, it definitely will be interesting to see, and I really hope Boise State can pull out on top, avenge their fallen brethren in the Rocket League scene.
Well, seeing a good win here against San Diego State will be a great first step to boost their confidence. Also, it doesn't hurt that right now the Overwatch team who's about to play their game is enjoying a bunch of complimentary fast food items right now, a bunch of Big Macs.
Oh yeah, definitely. The fast food is definitely one of my favorite things to boost my mood. I'm more of a Chick-fil-A person, though. I do like McDonald's, but when it comes to nuggets, Chick-fil-A can't be beat. But at the same time, Big Mac is the biggest boost.
I've actually heard the term tonight. I wasn't aware this was a thing. Someone's making, because they got fries with their Big Mac, a Big Mac salad, which sounds like an abomination on all levels, but I won't judge too harshly. Right now we got a game to get to. Boise State versus San Diego State. And right now, off the bat, Woozy is making some space to center it up. There won't be any follow-up. Gill is going to keep a clear from coming out, however. Azapatos gets a nice clean shot over to Boise State's far corner. Aquino demoed.
And Woozy with the ball, bringing it back to center court, unable to get anything done with it because of Aquino on that center field, just being able to play that good defense. Virdex is able to take that ball away from him, still on Boise State's side. They just have to get it off of that so they can play that offensive line that they really like to. And we are just seeing San Diego just get that offensive play, just do pretty much whatever they want here, because Boise is just unable to get it onto their side and be able to do anything. As I say that, Virdex is taking it over to center, stopped by Azapatos, taking it back to center field for another offensive line on San Diego's side.
Woozy elevates up to start the air dribble, gets a double touch off the backboard, follow-up to drive it home, and Boise State's got their first goal.
Wow, that all happened so fast, you almost couldn't tell what was going on. Just a few seconds ago, we saw Boise struggling to get it off their side into a double dribble in the air, into the goal, starting off the round. Boise 1-0 with just under 4 minutes on the clock. Boise is going to get that initial advantage, knocked back by San Diego State. San Diego is able to get something off of it, but unfortunately, Woozy was right there, able to stop things, unable to let San Diego State get anything off of that. Ball is back to center field. What is Boise going to do with it this time?
Azapatos currently with possession. Gill elevates up, gets a touch on it, but isn't able to stop the forward drive. Shot on goal off the back post. Boise State will walk away unharmed from that. Pass over to Virdex as they make their way up the field with Gill in tow. Puts a shot on goal. Aquino finds the save, and we're back to midfield contesting.
Yeah, Broncos have done a good job keeping it sort of midfield. They haven't been able to push past the defense out of San Diego. But as we can see right here, San Diego getting a good shot on goal. Gill with the save. Asbestos coming in with the late goal. Wow. That caught me off guard even more than the first one. It looked like Boise had that in the bag, but just Asbestos coming out and getting the goal. Sneaky off the side, tying it up with 3:13 left on the clock.
Kickoff will go in favor of the Broncos. Follow-up, Azapatos isn't quite able to find a clear with that, doesn't have any boost to work with. Boise State looking to keep their side control going. Pfeiffer is making ground, is going to try to center. Gill moves on in to dribble the ball away. Virdex demo, going to make it harder for Boise State to keep this offensive push going. Azapatos stops them in midfield. Now San Diego State looking to play off a little bit of side control they've managed to have for the last 20 or so seconds.
Yeah, Virdex did get that really good disruption onto San Diego's play, which sort of allowed him to kind of make up for that early demo that sort of happened. But we do see them playing a lot more offense now. San Diego having to back off, play a little bit more in the goal. Gill in the air, blocked by Azapatos, taking it towards the goal. Are they going to be able to get it? Woozy unfortunately misses. Azapatos getting that demo on Gill, disrupting, but out for blood. Woozy gets that kill on a Kendo. Able to bring it back to a tie game, and hopefully Boise is going to get it off of their side and back on offense.
San Diego State, Aquino tries to go for a touch. Pfeiffer shot on goal, it's just a little bit too close, bounces off the front post. Woozy going for a shot, dumped over by the Aztecs, but another follow-up comes through from Gill. They're demoing the goal. Oh almost find their goal.
Oh.
They had the right idea, but the geometry just didn't work out, and it didn't work out there either as they're still trying to pelt shots on goal through follow-ups. Broncos gave it their all, but they'll have to walk away from that one with this game still tied.
Yeah, what a save out of San Diego. Gill's still able to keep field control, keep that ball in the middle, and now it's on the corner side of San Diego. Not able to get up, and with Virdex able to give that control back to San Diego. Back in Boise State's court, let's see what they can be able to do with it. Virdex playing middle. Unfortunate miss off of Espados. That could have gone in too. Boise was not in a great state to defend that, but they were able to get it back onto San Diego's side. Virdex able to disrupt plays, unable to get it back to Boise. Still playing really good offense, but still tied up with just 1 minute left on the clock.
Touch from Gill, elevate up as Patos plays over him, and it's an open. Broncos have left. They'll pay dearly for it.
What a shot from what seems like from the other side of the field. What an unfortunate turn of events for the Broncos, just unable to get back and defend that. But 54 seconds still left on the clock. That's plenty of time to get that ball and tie this up for a potential overtime.
Bruzy has a double touch, now trying to dribble his way upfield. Virdex sends one, isn't able to get too much of it. Espados still has control. Five Stars will play off of him. Huge shot back on over to Boise State side. Virdex ready to play off the wall, pass to Woozy, back off the wall, into the near corner. Woozy saying it toward the goal. Espados with the save. Saves have been pretty accurate from the Aztecs, and Boise State is running out of time to tie this back up.
Ooh, good shot on the goal by Aquino. Unfortunately, the angle just wasn't there. Still able to keep it on Boise's side, forcing them to play defense. Woozy with the ball now. What's he going to be able to do? Gets it up in the air. It's stopped by Espados off the goal line. 10 seconds left. Can they keep it up in the air?
Oh,
And
nice.
Gill gets the score, tying it up 2-2. 8 seconds left in the first round. Leaving overtime back on the table for Boise.
Yeah, Aquino
Wow.
gives his hand away too early when he elevates up, and it basically tells Gill where he isn't going to be playing, so he sets it in the upper left corner. Boise State now with a chance to end this before overtime as Gill, very quick off the kickoff. Espados tries to get a touch on it. Virdex try to drive it around the corner, and they won't find a goal, so we'll go to overtime to decide game one.
Boise getting up their initial control, but Five Stars is going to be able to take that back ball. Still quite in the middle. No one's really able to find anything. Bruzy gets a demo from Aquino. Unfortunate for Boise not really being able to get back up there. Five Stars getting the ball, but Woozy is still playing that goal line, blocked by Gill, and is just back in San Diego State's territory. They seem to not really be able to find any openings to get past Boise's defense. Aside from that, cross map, the ball's in the goal. What's going to happen? Gill getting the final score, allowing Boise to take the lead 3-2 in round one. Wow, that was unfortunate for San Diego State. That ball just getting right there, putting them between a rock and a hard place.
The Broncos now go up 1-0 in game one. The first step of many others, the first step of many to try to overall get a 3-0 sweep. As you see the lineup there from left to right, you got Woozy, Durtho, and Gill. And also there at the very end, Durtho was actually sitting this one out, I believe.
Yeah, he was. I believe it was
Virtex
that was playing this game.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
A little bit of a brain fart there, but yeah, Virtex, joining in for the Broncos, and it's great that we do have those players in the backup who can step up and still win goals for the Broncos.
Yeah, we saw some really good offense out of Boise, and I feel like their defense has improved since yesterday with their performance against Michigan. I feel like they sort of learned from that and are definitely putting it to some good use here. We saw it a lot in their goal lines, aside from that really unfortunate cross-field shot out of San Diego. But they were playing a really good defensive line and putting San Diego into this weird spot where they can't really play offense, but they can't really play defense.
Off we go into the second of 5, Boise State versus San Diego State University. Broncos versus the Aztecs in Mountain West Rocket League. PEC had a little bit of an upset win. Mountain West has traditionally been where Boise State shines the most, having multiple Mountain West championships in the past few years. Looking for yet another one this year. We head back down to the field and see if the Broncos will set themselves up for match point in game 2.
I think the Broncos got this. They just got to keep it going. We see that start off really fast. Woozy is able to take that ball away from San Diego State. Just being able to control that ball, keep it in the center field. While it may not be doing a lot for them right now, it's keeping the Aztecs from just getting any value out of that ball whatsoever.
Azapato setting up Casino, and it's a perfect give and go. Nice coordination by the Aztecs to get on the board early.
Of course, as soon as I say that, Espados just comes in with the excellent ball control, setting up the Aztecs perfectly for that early goal. But, I mean, 4:30 still left on the board. There's a lot of game left to play.
Next kickoff, Azapatos gets first touch on it. The ball will go off to the side, setting it up for Aquino to drive it to the goal. Woozy on the backboard defense will at least push it back to mid as the Broncos go chasing after it. Beister's trying to stop the momentum. Ball shot over to the side. Beardek's unable to get a touch on it. And Gill gets a demo onto Azapatos, but the lone remaining player, Beister's got a bit of territory. Enough for his teammates to respawn. Now the Aztecs trying to stop this Boise attack in the corner.
Yeah, that seemed like a good attack out of the Aztecs, but that double demo was definitely something that had to force them off. Boise's just not really able to find any goals right now, but that could be quick to change. Woozy with the ball control, playing off that corner. Gill coming in from the side, unfortunately blocked by Espados just last second, but Beertek's able to keep it in that corner in Boise control. What's gonna happen? Whoa! Just barely bounced out of the goal. That was an unfortunate bounce from the Broncos, but they are still in very hard back control. How are the Aztecs going to play around this?
Boise with the back pass to Woozy, set up, and the shot's just a bit to the right. Azapatos credited with the save. Gill trying to block this clear. He gets played over by Fivesters. Boise State now retreating. Woozy with a very nice touch to send it clear back into Aztec territory. Beardex tries to find it around the corner. It's going to be Gill who gets the touch, send it back into the same quarter. Now here goes Beardex again, trying to set it up. Gill with the follow-up, played over by Fivesters.
Yeah, Fivesters is just in the perfect position there to block that goal. Woozy getting that save on a kind of off-the-walls shot from Fivesters. But now nobody's playing in the goal. Fivesters trying to go up for it, but Boise is just there in their goal at all times, it seems, just not able to find any sort of openings. As Patos trying to get it out of the center, but stopped by Gill. Woozy taking back control back for Boise. Ball's going to the goal, but Aquino off the side of the goal is able to keep it away and back in Aztec control. Gill misses the aerial, trying to take it away from Aquino, but Beardex is able to get it away from him, allowing the Broncos to take a little bit more control over the ball. But Fivesters getting the goal from out of nowhere, just from that center court. Boise just was unable to find anything to block that.
Now the Broncos down 2-0, officially at the halfway mark. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Still plenty of time to score those 2 goals, but things starting to get a bit concerning. Woozy, though, quick follow-up off that kickoff will set it up for Gill. Try to push it in the goal, and they aren't able to get it. But a quick follow-up by Woozy almost finds the goal. Azapatos is there with the save. Gill full-on boost once again, tries to set up a shot, played over by Fivesters. Beardeck shot back to center, and Aquino will answer it back.
Yeah, we've seen a really good job out of Boise just playing on the offense, but also the Aztecs have found a really awesome way to just always find those sneaky ins with the goals, and they just have not been able to get anything. But as I say that, Gill with the score from the top, able to bounce it down into the goal over their noses. What a good shot from Gill here.
Also doesn't hurt when the other team just finds themselves all bunched up in a bit of awkward positioning. Boise State will certainly take that goal. A little under 2 minutes remaining. Azapatos follows up off the kickoff, goes for the flip reset, loses out to Woozy will be there as the final goalie to stop the shot. Now Gill contesting
the ball. Gill is just able to keep it away from him, but Aquino getting a good shot on the ball. Gill is able to save it from just barely going in. Wow, what a good save by Gill, but now he's going to take the ball along with Woozy back to Aztec territory, but they're able to take it back, and the Broncos are now back to midfield trying to get the ball back on Aztec's side. Fivester is able to keep that ball out of the corner, just trying to keep it away from the Broncos so they can't set up with anything. But Woozy is still in that corner along with Beardex, able to take something. But Aquino is able to pass it off, unfortunately intercepted by Gil, not being able to take off. But Woozy is not able to find that goal, just barely. But ball is still in Aztec territory. They are playing in some hot water right now. Woozy with a side shot on goal, blocked by himself. That was unfortunate off of him. That could have gone in too.
Zapatos will try to start. Counterattack by the Aztecs. Play it off the backboard. Set it up for Fivesters, who finds it third for the Aztecs.
That was unfortunate. Just that ball was all over the place, and that was just a hard one to read out for Boise, just not able to get up there. But we still have 42 seconds left on the clock. We've seen Boise score goals in less time than that. So overtime is still on the table. Beardex getting an early lead, stopped by Fivesters. Woozy getting the follow-up, not able to find a Gil. Oh, barely up the crossbar. Oh, as Pato still has the ball. Gil is able to take back control, but not for long as Aquino is able to take it away from him. All Aztecs have to do is keep it in the air and just away from Boise, just trying to not let them get that ball. But Boise is not going to let that happen. They're going to take that ball away. Beardex just barely missing the ball from Espados. Ball's right in front of the goal with Azino, but misses just barely. 10 seconds left on the clock. Boise still has the ability to get to overtime. They just have to make 2 good goals here. But unfortunately for them, it's not in the cards. San Diego State winning 3-1 in round 2, bringing it up to a 2-2 game.
And I got to say, San Diego State in that last minute, I think where they really shined from Aquino and Zapatos, was really winning the 50s over Boise State. There were times where it was just a couple split seconds, but that allowed San Diego State to get some nice shots, clear it back into Boise State's territory, and basically ride the clock out until it hit 0.
Yeah, we also saw a lot of the time them just being able to set up these plays where it's not just 1 or 2 people touching the ball. All 3 of them had something to play from it. Like, you thought it was coming from the left, but no, it was actually coming from the center right at the goal, and you just had no way to predict it. And I feel like that's sort of where they shined in this matchup.
Boise State now ready to head into game 3 with it looks like a player swap coming through. Durtho going to be entering the ring. There's no telling what can quite happen when he steps up. He is a master of these mid-air solo plays.
Yeah, the mid-air solos, and we've seen him a lot of the time set up for plays by himself, and then somebody else comes in from across the field to get a sneaky goal on the enemy team. However, we'll see how the Spartans play, or the Aztecs play against it. I'm sorry about that. And because from the looks of things, they've been playing against it really well so far tonight.
Boise State versus San Diego State University. Both teams tied 1-1 in this Mountain West match. And now off we go into the kickoff. Gil and Woozy immediately making space for themselves, pressuring the Aztecs up against their goal. There will be a demo right onto Durtho as he enters the field. A bit of a welcome present, I suppose.
Yeah, swapped in to immediately get demoed. Woozy with the save, able to get rid of all that momentum the Aztecs had been building. Gil able to take that ball over to the other side of the field. Durtho get with the setup, but is blocked just barely by San Diego. What good defense. And Durtho is able to come up with the ball. Ooh, good shot by Durtho, getting an early lead on San Diego State within the first 30 seconds of the round. Wow, starting off strong.
Yeah, place over Aquino Zapatos is too early into his rotation to turn around. So Boise State now up in just 30 seconds with 1 goal.
Yeah, Boise is unable to find the control off the kickoff, but Durtho just from the left side able to take control back to center field. Aztecs are able to get a shot on goal, but blocked by Woozy. We've seen some amazing defense out of him tonight, but Durtho is able to keep that ball rolling off over to the Aztec side. Now they're forced to play defense. Durtho setting up that side shot, but is Gil going to be able to find? He is going to take that goal. It's going in. No! It's blocked by Aquino, but Espados is not able to capitalize it. Durtho getting that goal with some help from Gil. And it's just like we said, being able to set up those plays pretty much by himself and just get that ball in, and they're just not able to find anything off of it.
Yeah, the accuracy is just so deadly from Durtho. And now in just a minute, just only under a minute having passed, Boise State already finds himself up 2. Aquino moves it around the corner, sets it up for Fivesters, who is just not fast enough. Woozy gets there just in time to stop the shot. Now Durtho Drives it back to midfield. Aspados gets bumped very hard by Gill. Demo onto Fivesters as Boise State has to retreat, get a bit of boost, and try to find their next path.
Yeah, I think Boise is a little bit peeved after last game, showing it off strong with 2 goals in the first minute. Fivesters with a shot on goal is blocked off because it just barely hit the right side. Durtho still playing good defense, keeping it in that corner away from San Diego, and Aspados trying to get that ball away. Durtho's able to get a shot on goal, another for Boise State, bringing them up 3-0 with 30:22 left on the clock. Durtho is ruthless tonight. Wow. I think he's a little bit mad about yesterday's game, is taking it out on the team. Woozy with the early demolition on Aquino, forcing the Spartans to take it onto their side. Aspados taking control of the ball, but Gill is not really able to challenge it. He just barely misses. Nobody's able to take advantage of it. Durtho taking the ball away once again, but Aquino and Fivester is able to play off each other. Fivester's getting that kill on Woozy. Boise down to 2 defenders. Aquino able to keep it on Boise's side, but Woozy is back now and is able to and is demoed once again. But Durtho getting that kill on Aquino, bringing it up to a 2-2, forcing that ball to center field.
Aspados puts a shot to Boise State's corner. Aquino tries to center. Woozy elevates up, stops that, drives around the corner. Fivester stops his drive. Durtho now with the dribble, gets a double tap, tries to play it off the ground. Gill following up, going to wait for Aspados and Aquino to commit on their play before playing it around them. Fivester now gets double touch, but isn't able to get too much of a dribble. Quick shot from midfield, almost finds the goal against the Aztecs.
Oh, that was a good save by Fivesters, but he's demoed immediately after, leaving Boise in a 3-2 situation. But Aspados with getting the ball control back, met by Gill, who's able to keep it away from their goal line. Aztecs are not able to find any openings on the Broncos' defensive line this time. But Aquino trying to take that ball back. Woozy going up for the goal. Ooh, barely up the crossbar, saved by Fivesters, just barely coming back, and Aspados putting it back on Boise's defensive side. Durtho going up for the challenge, keeping it away from Aspados, but now he's setting up for a shot on goal. Nothing comes out of it, with Woozy able to put it back to center field, and Gill able to get that assist. Woozy trying to keep it in that corner away from Spartans. Gill able to get it up in the air. Nobody's able to find it, but they're still able to keep it away from the Aztecs offensive line.
Gill puts a shot on goal. It'll go right toward the crossbar as Aspados pushes it off to the corner. Woozy blocks. Fivesters now with possession, plays over Durtho, back to mid. Durtho moving back toward his goal, gets a quick shot away. We'll be able to decenter it, look for a clear from here on out. Woozy, nice shot across mid, back into the Aztecs field. Durtho looking to stop this at mid. Now try to play off the ceiling to get the flip reset. 1 minute left, and Boise State with a comfortable 3-0 lead.
Yeah, 1 minute left. Like I said in the last round, we've seen bigger comebacks than this before, but it's going to put the pinch on the Aztecs, considering they have no goals. Ball's right in front of it. Speaking of which, Boise is unable to find anything out of it, but
going to match point and going on to game 4. Utopia awaits.
Oh, man. That was a lot more impressive than the last round. Boise up 3-0, getting it back in blood after that last round. I think the Durtho switch sort of freaked them out a little bit because they were used to playing it a little bit slower, or San Diego was anyway. They were playing it a little bit slower, looking for those goals, but with Durtho, you can't do that. And the stat line sort of showed that with how many goals he was scoring, or not even scoring, just how many shots he was putting out in general. Just being able to put that offensive pressure onto the Aztec side and just not letting up even for a second.
Well, when he enters the field, it demands that your defense be perfect because his shots he doesn't miss. Even if it's a shot from clear on midfield, it might look like a clear at first. It's almost always just dialed into that goal. And so the team just always has to be looking about where the shot might come from, what angle of attack might be brought out when Durtho's on the field.
Yeah, you almost need like a master's in geometry to see that ball from
trigonometry.
Oh, trigonometry. Yeah, I'm not very good with math. I'm a communications major myself. Could do that. But yeah, you need some sort of degree to understand the angles that he can get that ball rolling. But as we get this ball rolling into round 4.
All right, ready to hit the field with Durtho, Will, and Woozy and Gill, excuse me.
Oh,
ready to put back foot to start as Five Stars right off the kickoff puts the Broncos on notice.
Yeah, first 2 seconds, Five Stars already find it. Just an unfortunate needle thread for Boise. They were trying to go for the goal, but just unfortunate angle right down the middle. As we go with 4:58 left on the clock, Boise able to get it right into their possession on Aztec territory. Woozy going up for the contest as Pados able to get it away from him. Not able to find anything, but Gill still up in the air along with Durtho, just trying to find something out of this. Durtho almost gets that goal, but as Pados is starting to learn his game, trying to play a little bit more inside that goal line as Woozy contests the ball at midfield.
Double commit by the Aztecs leaves only one defending. Aspados is able to block Gill's forward drive. Nice bump by Gill, pushing Aspados out of the way. There isn't any follow-up on it, so Boise State still trails by 1. Aspados looking to play off the wall. Woozy blocks his shot in front of the goal. Gill looking to set it off on the backboard. Durtho comes rolling in. The ball's just a little bit too close and high for a shot to be made.
Yeah, Aspados is starting to learn how Durtho works, and he's definitely doing a lot of the same things. He is trying to find those arcs. Woozy finding that demo on Five Stars definitely didn't help with Spartan offense, forcing him onto defense, but Woozy able to keep it at the midfield and just away from the Spartans so they can't get anything done. Gills once again got the ball, blocked by Aspados back in the corner, where it seems like we've been all night, either in this corner or the opposite one on the Broncos side. Durtho getting in front of the goal, but no follow-up from anybody. Unfortunately, nobody was in the right spot. Woozy getting in front of the goal once again, blocked by Aquino, and it's back onto Boise's side of the field.
Durtho with a shot into the back corner for the Aztecs. Woozy moves on back to defend his goal, will find the save. Gill passes over to the other side of the field. Five Stars chasing after it, picks up the side boost, goes for the dribble. Woozy now comes on in as Durtho tries to disrupt upfield. Woozy flip reset. But the shot is wide and to the right, so Boise State will have to look for another opportunity. Maybe here, but nope, that one will pass him by as well.
Ooh, ball's right back in front of the goal, though, as Pados trying to keep it away, but Durtho is on him once again. Not really able to find the bump, but with Gill playing in the back line, it should be able to do something. Woozy coming out of nowhere, getting the first goal for Boise of the round, tying it up 1-1. Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere.
I actually pretty much believe that, yeah, he probably called it out toward Woozy in midfield. Durtho plays it off the wall. And it's that team coordination that nets them the equalizer. Now into the next kickoff. Gill quickly demoed as Kino tries to push it into the goal, tries to pinch off the crossbar, doesn't find it.
Good save by Woozy there, just able to get it both off the goal and back on Spartan territory. Durtho with the ball. Is it going in the goal? Blocked by Five Stars, just barely off the crossbar, but Woozy blocked by Aspados in the last seconds. That was great defense off of San Diego, but can they capitalize it? Aquino's looking like it, but all 3 Boise State defenders are just right there, ready to stop the train that is the Spartans right now. Gill is able to take it back to the other side of the court, but Five Stars is also finding a lot of touches. Woozy gets demoed, but Boise still able to push forward. Gill getting the score, putting Boise up 2-1 with just under 2:30 left to go.
That was probably the most effortless goal I have seen. Just a very casual pass over to Gill, who nails it dead center in the goal. That demo that happened about 5 seconds before certainly didn't help matters. Put San Diego State 1 down, and they couldn't really respond to that quick counterattack.
Yeah, Aspados playing the goal here. Boise unable to really find anything. That ball's just a little bit too high, but Gill still keeping control in the center. Woozy taking a look at that ball, just making sure it doesn't go back, because Aspados has definitely got that. He's got the skills in order to take it across, but Durtho, demoed by Aspados, Boise's main offensive lineman, but Gill proving his worth, getting another goal with 1:42 left on the clock, putting Boise up 3-1. Wow, what a play out of Woozy and Gill.
Big bravo to the Broncos on that front, and now 2 goals with just over 1:30 left. Fairly comfortable goal, but 3 would definitely make it a maybe too tall of a task for the Aztecs to come back.
I mean, from the looks of things, Boise's taking that ball control really seriously, taking it away from the Aztecs, who seem to have the advantage early on. Getting it past Woozy onto the goal, but just barely off to that left side, allowing for Durtho and Woozy to get it back onto the Spartan territory. Durtho able to keep that ball in the air, helped by Woozy, just barely off that left side. But all Boise really has to do is keep it away from the Spartans for the next minute and just keep them from getting any shots on goal.
Got a minute left as Five Stars gets one touch on it. Gill comes on back. Aspatos sends one to Aquino, but the touch is not good. It instead leaves the ball just stuttering along the ground. Easy for Boise State to pick back up. That was probably the best goal chance that the Aztecs had. Maybe this one if the dribble's good. Pass to Aquino, and blocked by Woozy. Great read on the play.
What a save. And now nobody's back to defend the goal, but Aspatos gets back just barely in time to not let Boise expand their lead even more. But Gill and Woozy are not letting up for a second. Gill unfortunately loses the ball, but they're still on it like hounds. Durtho keeping that ball in his control away from Five Stars, passing it to Woozy, who's just, it's blocked by Aspatos. San Diego really needs 2 goals right here, but with Durtho getting that demo on Aquino, 6 seconds left, I don't think it's in the cards for San Diego tonight. 2 seconds left. Gill is able to take that ball away as Five Stars keeping it in the air with Aspatos, but it touches the ground. Boise State winning round 4, 3-1, allowing Boise to take this game 3-1.
And another win in their column for the Mountain West. Congratulations to the Broncos for that win over the Aztecs. And a chance to get all the players in the roster a chance to play. Always nice to do that. Congrats to the Broncos. That Mountain West Championship is looking more and more like a certainty every single week as we move on.
Yes, it is looking really, really good for the Broncos right now. I was a little bit shaky after the Michigan State game yesterday, but this has definitely cemented my faith in our Rocket League team here tonight. Them just being able to adapt to, it seemed like whatever anyone was able to throw at them, and just being able to learn from the last game, I feel, was like one of their biggest strengths, and being able to play that aggressiveness. And it's always nice to get to see everybody on the team come out and play.
Well, that's 1 game down and 1 win down, but we have got Overwatch coming up at the top of the hour, so do not go away. We will be back with more Boise State esports in just a moment. For now, enjoy some highlights, and we'll be back soon with the next game of the night.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app. I know this car got you through college, but check this out. In my credit, your credit score looks good. And there's a great rate on this auto loan so we can score a roomier ride. Whoa, who's driving this thing? The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.